Commanders survive the Saints. Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to another just another episode here on the Ballin In Burgundy podcast. Yeah, it's myself, it's Sean. Like I got the guy ourselves, Mr. Andrew himself. My guy, what's going on?
Not much, not much. Gonna be a good episode. Coming off a
hmm
interesting week, and we got some fun content coming up.
Yeah, it's we're gonna touch on a lot of things. Obviously, it's week 16 going in. We escaped New Orleans. We're gonna be talking some mock drafts because it's officially mock draft season. I think once you get past the bye weeks, you can start talking mock drafts. But before we get into anything, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We are 9 days away from Christmas, and we need 80 more subs or 500. So if you haven't already, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend who does not know about BIB. Share with them, tell them to like and subscribe. And go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Ballin In Burgundy Podcast, Twitter at BIB Podcast 22 because Twitter hates long usernames. This will be clipped out and it'll also be posted on Instagram and on TikTok. So if you follow us all over there, you'll see all our shorts, all our first time reactions. If I'm watching a game, you'll see live on X first or on Twitter. But man, let's touch on the game real quick. 20-19. We escaped. We didn't beat. We didn't dominate. We escaped the Bayou. I, how do you feel about it?
I feel pretty poorly about it, shockingly. Um, that game could have been, we could have won by a lot more than we did.
We should
I
have.
think if not for the clock malfunction, it would have been 20-13. And the big difference here was Jayden's three or four missed throws to Terry. Um,
Yeah.
each of which could have and should have been a touchdown. This game would have been 28, or sorry, 27, 34, all to 13,
Yeah.
19 if, since the clock malfunctioned. But um, it shouldn't have been that close. It's
No.
our second half and especially fourth quarter defense. No matter who we're playing against, we can never stop them. Every time the other team gets the ball, they're going to score a touchdown. That's why we need to have those strong leads early because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're going to make it close towards the end every
Yeah.
single game.
I mean, this was another Terry 2 TD type of game, and he now is second in the league behind Jamar Chase in touchdown receptions. So he's at 11. It's his highest in his career. I think he might get to
Mhm.
14 by the end. If we get him another one per game, he'll have 14 to end the season.
Yep.
It's insane. Jayden was almost perfect. 25 of
Hmm.
31, 226, two touchdowns, no turnovers. Now, and he had another six, he led us 66 yards on the ground on 11
Hmm.
carries. But I texted Reedy and Z during at post game. What coach do I need to beat up? What coach am I sending to the shadow realm? What coach am I going to going to send them to Aaron Hernandez and down there and wherever you believe? Because we let up 8 sacks, eight.
Yeah.
8 sacks for 37 negative yards. You want to know who had all the sacks? Demario Davis had a sack. Ugo Amandi had a sack. I don't even know who that is. Cameron Jordan had 2 sacks. Carl Granderson had a sack. Willie Gay had a sack. All right, he's a well-known linebacker and someone we traded for last year to San Francisco, who got picked up by New Orleans, who's having an all right season for what he is. He's a perennial backup edge rusher. He's a rotation guy. So for someone who you're paying probably $1 million for, 4.5, 6 sacks a season is probably better what you're getting. Chase Young had 2 sacks on us yesterday.
Boo.
2 sacks.
Not happy. I was hoping we could shut him out, but
Man, nah. We had 3 sacks. Deron Payne, Dorrance Armstrong, Jeremy Chin. No inters, and then Mike Sanderson had an interception. Should have had two. Jeremy Chin should have had one. Like there were 3 dropped
mhm.
interceptions on the day. And this wasn't all just Jake Haener. No. Mr. Mahomes 2.0, Mr. High School Drama, Spencer Radler came into the game in the third and fourth quarter, put up 10 of 21 for a buck 35 and that touchdown to end the game.
He wasn't bad.
No.
I mean, I feel like he had a few things he could have done better, but he held his ground. He
Yeah.
put them in the game, and they almost came back and won. So if not for that incomplete 2-point conversion,
Yeah.
he would have done it. He would have completed that. So
It
yeah,
there was no reason we didn't sag Radler at all, by the way. I don't know how we didn't. It's I mean, we shut down their run game. Their highest rusher was Kendre Miller with 46 yards. They're between Miller, Kamara, MVS, and Hayner. They had a combined 69 yards of rushing offense. Jayden nearly did that by himself.
yep.
MVS had was leading the way for them, 2 of 64. Alvin Kamara had a touchdown. Foster Moreau had the touchdown at the end, and we only won because Juwan Johnson doesn't have hands for the 2-point conversion. It wasn't a San Marcelo pass deflection. It wasn't an Iganogny breakup. The man has no hands. The TikTok husband has no hands.
It was a hard catch, but
It
it
was a
still hit
hard
him.
catch, but it
So
hit him in the hands.
yeah,
I'm
you're expected to catch that if you're in the
yeah,
NFL. So
yeah. But I'll touch his last point, and then we'll kind of move on. Marshon Lattimore, number 23. Excuse me, number 23, because this is reversed. He played every single defensive snap of the game. Do you want to know how many times he was targeted? How many times the receiver he was covering was targeted? What number does Mike Sanderson wear? Zero. What is the famous quote from the movie Holes? Zero. Zero targets. Zero receptions. 0 yards. This man had a triple crown by himself with the number zero.
you wouldn't even know he was playing in the game.
Nope.
It was
And that's
awesome.
and that's exactly what you want.
Exactly what we traded for.
That is what we need. Everyone was saying, you know, because it's been about 6.5, 7 weeks since we got him. Man, was his really good trade, and he comes down and straps him in.
When was the last time we had a cornerback who did that? I don't think Kendall Fuller was ever that good. I can't think of anyone else. I mean,
I mean, you'd have to go back to Dale Greens,
yeah,
to your
yeah.
Sean T's. Like you've got to go
Hmm.
back a bit.
Yep,
Um, but we're 9-5. First time since 2016. First time we've had a
yep.
winning record through week 14 since 1992. It's a good day. It's not a great day. It's a good day to be a Washington fan. 9-5. We control our destiny. Green Bay won last night, so we still hold the seventh seed, but we control our destiny to make the playoffs.
We're in a good spot. Even with that poor performance, it was a win. So, I mean, statistically, we should still make it.
Yeah.
But it's still a race. We still have more wins to come. So,
Yep.
got to make that happen.
We still have to play Philadelphia. We still have to play Atlanta. We still got to play Dallas. Now, Philly and Atlanta, the next two games are both at home. We play Atlanta and I would assume no, we play Philly I think the 22nd. We play Atlanta the 29th is because it's TBD, but I'm just gonna guess it's the 29th because Christmas is on a
Hmm.
Wednesday, so they'll probably give them like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. So 29th, and then Dallas you probably play 1, 2, 3, 4 the January 5th is what I'm gonna go by just every Sunday kind of thing.
Hmm.
But we need at least another win. I think we can beat Atlanta. I think we have to beat Dallas. I think we can
Yep.
drop to Philly, although I would prefer to split it with Philly because they are just looking unstoppable.
Love to win it, but realistically, I don't see that happening. They're 12-2 right now. They're tied for the one seed with the Lions, right?
Yeah, because the Lions lost last yesterday to Buffalo.
Yes, they're both 12-2. I mean, they're very good team. We only lost by 7 points last time. So, I mean, it's not like totally impossible, but if we have the
Yeah,
same second half, fourth quarter defense
we've
as
been
we have
having.
been having as this last game, we don't stand a chance. So,
No, and it's not like we're riddled with injuries. Like John Allen is out, yes. Austin Eckler's out, yes.
what has he done?
Zach Ertz left yesterday with a concussion, so
Hmm.
prayers out to him. But we're not, Zane Gonzalez missed yesterday, so we had Greg Joseph, who right before the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, he lines up for a 41-yard field goal, misses it wide right. But because as he kicked it, the clock had just ended, the end of the
Hmm.
quarter ended, he got a redo and he makes
Hmm.
it. It made it 17-0. We had a
Yep.
17-0 lead and we damn near blew it.
Painful.
There's a reason why I put it on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can go find those posts. Commanders survive the Saints. Ugly win. If this was because I predicted with Rio last episode, which you can go watch here, just go click on last episode. I said 35-20. I said I think it's going to be, a two-score game. I think we're going to come out guns blazing, but I think they're going to score in the fourth quarter. Little did I know. I was one of those right. I said 20 for the Saints, it was 20 to us. I just what are we
Tough.
doing? What are we doing? Because it's
It was
not
a win, but it doesn't feel like a win.
no, because it definitely wasn't on Jayden.
Yeah,
He
no.
he only missed six passes. Two
Hmm.
again, you said it earlier. If two more of those passes connect to Terry, Terry gets to a buck 50 and two more touchdowns.
Yeah,
But let's say a buck 10 and another touchdown realistically, because he's losing some speed. But he had missed on like two touchdown throws.
yeah. I really do think both of those would have been touchdowns, and that would have been four for him on the
Yeah.
game.
Would have been his career
Yeah,
high in a game. Would have been like a career high for Jayden having four in a game. Although I feel like he had five one of these games. It might have been the Cincinnati
I
game.
can't remember.
I can't remember either. I mean, because the way we run the touchdowns doesn't make sense, and it
Hmm.
would have been it just would have kept going. But we
Yep,
need the offensive line has been pretty much stout all year. I think we've
yep.
only had given up like 4 or 5 sacks a game up until that point.
Not even sometimes.
Not
Sometimes we've
even.
held them to lower than that. They overall they've been really good, but
Yeah. So okay. So so
yesterday it just
so
fell apart.
yeah. So currently on the season, Jayden has taken 37 sacks through 15 games, right?
Hmm.
Through 14 games. My apologies. 37 by 14. So he was averaging right now a little over 2.5 sacks a game. That's not bad. What it
It's
was
great.
last year, that ain't bad.
So much better.
But
Yeah.
going into the game, he was at 29. That's 2.07, so 2 sacks a game,
Yep.
right? Some of those games we didn't let up a single sack.
Hmm.
I think 3 games this season we even let up a single sack.
Yeah.
But then we go out yesterday, take a number two in our hand and say, here's the offensive line. Because Beatez left right before the game started because of an illness. So Michael Dieter played as center.
I think that was the biggest factor contributing to it.
Yeah.
Because he's been outstanding.
Yep.
And yeah, it was the tackles mostly getting blown up, but when
Mm-hmm.
you don't have your center communicating whatever needs to be doing,
Nope.
it messes it up. So I mean, he's like
Yeah.
sort of the central role player there, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that was the leading factor for that.
Yeah. Beatez, what he was in Dallas, was the captain of your offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, Cosme would be a co-captain because he's been here longer and knows guys like that. But when you lose your anchor, it's what Jason Kelsey was to
Hmm.
the Eagles offensive line. He was your guy. He was your rock. And you lose that. Now you saw it. Brandon Coleman led up 2, 3 sacks, getting beat by Chase Young. He didn't look like what he normally looks like. one of his, more poor performances of the season.
Yep.
So when we start talking mock drafts here in a bit, I don't know if we got to draft heavy O line. I don't know if it was just coaching. Like we had 2 weeks to prepare. Yes, guys were off the first week because they needed the rest, and then second week you get back in the building.
Hmm.
But it seemed like they weren't prepared for the Saints at all. Like run game was doing their job. They couldn't. We shut down the run,
Yeah.
but you couldn't get to the quarterback. You couldn't finish drives. You couldn't get in the red zone like we used to. We put up what 30 plus against the Titans, who was a top 5 ranked defense,
Yeah. And then we go straight into this.
and
Doesn't
you could
make
barely
sense.
barely put up 20 against a mediocre defense. It's the same thing like the Dallas game. We put up points, but their special teams beat us.
Yep. Yep.
This falls more on the defense than the offense, but the offense isn't 100% unblameable. I would say it's 80 defense and then 10-10 coaching, special teams, and offense, or 10-5, however you want to break that last 20% up.
I, I honestly wouldn't even put 80 on the defense. I feel like I'd give more responsibility to the offense. And that's just because 19 points is still low.
Yeah.
Holding a team to 19 points isn't bad, but what was bad about it was the timely fashion that we did it in.
Hmm.
We let them score almost all of those points towards the end of the game and
Yeah.
almost blew it. If that was spaced out evenly throughout the game, where they're scoring little bits here and there, would have been fine.
Yeah.
But
It all
no,
came in the fourth quarter
yep,
for the most
that's
part.
how it always goes.
Because it was a field goal, and then it was their touchdown.
Yeah.
Or like 3 like they were just scoring field goals for a bit. And then it was a touchdown. I'll pull up
Hmm.
the thing real quick so I don't get this wrong. Because 2019, you don't just let's see. So we score touchdown to Terry, first quarter. Second quarter touchdown. Third quarter field goal. Third quarter touchdown Saints from Cedric Wilson to Alvin Kamara. That was the big play of the game. Fourth quarter, we kick the field goal. Saints field goal, touchdown. Field 2-point conversion.
Yep.
So if this was a game of halves, they won the second half. Touchdown,
Oh
field
yeah.
goal, touchdown.
We won the first half. They won the second
Yeah.
half. Easy.
If this was a game of quarters, they would have won the fourth quarter by far.
Mhm. Yep.
If this was a 1 quarter game and you had to win a game in the fourth quarter, we don't know how to do that. We we
We'd be
we
0
would
and
have lost
17.
that. We would have lost that 12-3.
Hmm.
And I get it. A win's a win, guys. I get it. But how are you gonna be negative on a win? You guys are 9-5. You because because you can't accept things. Shannon Sharp says it all the time. You can't accept things in a win you would in a loss.
Hmm.
Because if this was a loss and we had given up 8 sacks, would have ripped shit apart. What are we doing right now in a win? Ripping shit apart.
The only
If Jaden,
difference between that win and loss was that one last play.
1 point. Because if they had gone that, we would have lost that game.
Yep.
And maybe I would have recorded last night and talking like this the entire night. I got some meds in my system. I'm feeling a little bit better, so I can enunciate before we regurgitate, do my normal spiel. We have to get better. I get it. 9-5, the best start to a season we've ever had in our lifetimes. Me, Andrew, Chris, maybe Justin a little bit, except maybe that first year of RG3. Couldn't tell you last. We went 9-5 since 2016. I don't remember that. That was when Kirk Cousins was still here. Who still remembers Kirk Cousins like that? I don't. Like I know he played here. I got the jersey and all. I couldn't tell you what our record was. Finishing matters. Pause. However, Fourth quarter offense defense needs to step up because we lost a game to Philly in the fourth quarter. We lost the game to Pittsburgh in the fourth quarter. We lost the game to Dallas in the fourth quarter. We darn near lost this game in the fourth quarter. We could easily be 5-9 if a lot of those games go different ways. We could easily be 11 and 3 right now if some of these games go different ways.
Yep.
The game matters. The process matters. But a win is a win. A dub is a dub, whether it's ugly, good, or bad. 9-5. I can't sit here and complain as much as I should because we're winning. Second in our division, one of the best records in the NFC. I mean, we would be owning the West or the South divisions right now. We have like the
Yep.
fourth best record in the NFC.
Yep.
Jayden Daniels is winning Offensive Rookie of the Year right now. He's a top Pro Bowl vote. He's selling out merchandise. He's doing what he needs to.
Good situation.
It's a good situation. We,
Yeah.
we Everyone has said it. As much as we might be questionable for the playoffs, a 1 year turnaround no one had coming,
Hmm.
including us. We didn't.
Not like this. No.
No.
We thought it'd be
I,
better, but not this good.
I think we had 8 wins as our ceiling, or 10 wins as our ceiling.
Hmm.
I think we all predicted it 7-8, and
Yep.
we are glad to be proven wrong. We want to be proven wrong, but still got to do better. But with that being said, you don't want to know one way how you get better through an off season? The draft. Because you and I and Chris has had some fun these past 2 drafts going live for these things. Y'all can go watch them here, or go, click on the lives. But what do I always say is our bread and butter when it's not score predictions? What is our bread and butter in the offseason?
The
Mock
drafts.
drafts. So let's get into some of these suckers. I'm gonna share my screen with
It's that time.
it's that time with the masses. All right, I do have PFF. I have gone through and made sure all of all these are correct. They updated this as of this morning, so all of this, and I'm actually glad that PFF now puts this updated time frame because last year we were wrong about the draft order some of these times. Having this,
Yep.
thank you, PFF. I thank you for
Hmm.
that. Andrew, do you want me to do the first one or do you want to do the first one?
I'll let you do the first one. Go
Alrighty.
for it.
Do you want to do trades or no trades?
Let's do trades. Make
With
it interesting.
trades. I like it. So we are currently ranked number 22. It's because the Buccaneers, I believe, lost. I think the Chargers lost. Seattle lost. Green Bay won. So that's why we were like 20 going into it. So now we've actually done a little bit better. These first 4 picks should be locks. This should be Cam Ward. This should be Shadur. This should be Travis Hunter. These should be locks, but we'll see.
Agreed.
7th round, fast speed. So if I want to make a trade, we can. More care, more draft needs, no randomness. That's how I always have it set up, unless you want to do a different setting.
Oh, that looks great.
Alrighty, let's enter this. So this has us with our first, our second, our third, our fifth, our seventh. I think it's missing a pick or two in here because I think we have another 7th from the Marshon Lattimore trade, but I could be wrong. I will have to go through and figure it out. But let's get this thing kicked off. Their
I saw Cam Ward
ranking,
go late.
yeah, their rankings aren't that high. They have New York taking Travis Hunter. They're not taking Travis Hunter. They have Jalen Miller going
Any
second.
quarterback.
That ain't happening. That makes
Nope.
sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Tennessee's not going quarterback. Browns ain't going Ashton Genty. That makes sense. It makes sense. Like some of these make sense. They're not going Jalen Walker linebacker. But sit here at pick 22. It says we need tackle, edge, corner. They're absolutely right.
Yep.
Another position is wide receiver. Now, someone took Isaiah
Mhm.
Bond. Who took Isaiah Bond? Where did he go? Isaiah Bond's here at 66. He should be in this first round contention, right?
Hmm.
I really want to go corner. I really have been infatuated with Chevron Revel Jr. out of ECU. There should be a junior here. Now he's only played 3 games. It's because I believe he tore his ACL or his MCL. I'll go back and get the stuff right. But in the 3 games, he let up 8 receptions for a pick, but 48 pass rating. He had 61 last year in 12 games. A touchdown and interception, only 19 receptions allowed. Really good in coverage, really good in zone, pretty good in man. He had a drop pick, and he plays primarily, as your corner. I've been infatuated with him. I just don't think I can see him going 22. I'm going to take him. Actually, you know what? Mm, yeah, I'm going to take him here. I like him a lot. I think because of the injury, he won't exactly start. Um, but let's see. Now, y'all are going to laugh at what I'm about to do. I stopped it because we're at pick 53, right? Andrew, you said you want to do trades. This is where I do the
Hmm.
first trade. Is I trade up
Okay.
with San Francisco. I give up
Okay.
a fourth next year, and I want a late round pick from them this year.
Ooh.
I want a late round pick from them this year. You monsters. If this doesn't go through, it's fine. I'll just force the trade. There we go. There is an edge rusher. Now, JD Tunamalau, Kyle Kennard, Donovan is Gragu. I said that name wrong anyways. I apologize. I like these kids a lot. There is one name in here who was declared for the draft, who should be one of the top edge rushers in the league or in the draft for what he did. Smaller school by the name of Mike Green. In 2 seasons, 23 sacks,
Oh
17 this
boy.
year. Plays off the tackle. His lowest grade was the second to last game of the season when you slow down. And mind you, Marshall was supposed to play a bowl game. They had 29 transfers leave the school. So Marshall no longer can play a bowl game because they don't have the roster. They lost a starting offense, defense, special teams, and three backups to the transfer portal. They can't play a bowl game against Army. But but 6'4", 248 pounds, getting 17 sacks. I will, and he's good in the pass, good in the run. Like a 20% pass rush win rate is craziness. That means
Those
every
are some good
five.
numbers.
That means every out of 5 attempts on the quarterback, he gets there 1 to 2 times. And I want him
Wow.
on our team because I've seen mock drafts where in this next 5, where we would have been with San Fran, these four guys go immediately. So I want Mike Green on this team.
I like it.
I want Commander Green. Pick 75. This should be offensive tackle because Brandon Coleman, if I remember correctly, is taking over our left tackle, right?
Hmm.
We need a right tackle. Now, Marcus Mbow plays right tackle. Pretty good. He's given up 4 sacks this year at Purdue, but honestly, 5 in 3 years is not bad at 6'5", 300. I'm going to take him now and shore up our 2 tackles. And now we wait. Oh, okay. I thought this was Antoine Ryland Ballin. Antoine Powell Ryland. My apologies. But I believe we have we have 3 picks left. Pick 146. We say we need receiver help, right?
We do.
Kyron Lacey has been falling a lot. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the trigger on Kyron Lacey. Get Terry some
Okay.
help. I could have gone like Devin Neal or Jordan James at the running back or Cam Scabato at running back. I just don't know if we need them right now. We have Austin for another year. B Rob is up for his 5th year option. Like, I don't know if we go running back with our first 5 rounds. Now, I could go safety. I could go corner. I am going to go defensive interior. John Allen being injured. Phil
Hmm.
Mathis hasn't been playing the past 2, 3 games. Um, I just don't know why. It doesn't make sense. I'm thinking Thor Griffith out of Louisville. He can get to the quarterback fine, but he's really good in the run, and he's primarily playing that B gap. So it's a 7th round. This is when you get guys to figure out your system. I'm gonna go Thor Griffith there, and then I'm probably what do I want to go here? I could go running back, dude. The fact that Donovan Edwards, the NCAA
Hmm.
25 cover athlete, who is a dog for the national champions, is projected to go 7th round, if not undrafted, is crazy. Um, there's a lot of guys in these later rounds. I'm probably gonna go safety, and I've really liked. Was it CJ or was it DeRicky? I think it was CJ Taylor out of Vanderbilt. 6'1", 204, 1-1. Kind of has pretty good statistics. I'm just gonna get someone for the future. Now, someone gonna say, "Well, Gabe Taylor is in this draft." He's not because they haven't updated the rosters like that yet. And I don't know if we would go Gabe Taylor if we want to. But this is my draft: Chevon Revell, Mike Green, Marcus Mbow, Kyron Lacey, Thor Griffith, C.J. Taylor. What are you thinking, Andrew?
I like it. I mean, you got some good talent on there. You got the positions we need. The only thing I'll probably do differently is I want to take receiver a little bit higher.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, you addressed all the positions that we're going to need coming up. So I'm a fan.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's get you started on your mock draft, my friend. Any
Let's do it.
changes? Any changes you want in the settings? Or are you good with those?
That looks great to me.
Alrighty. Any pre-start trades you want?
Nope.
Alrighty.
Nothing to start.
Alrighty. Let's get this show on the road. Pick 22 is what are you thinking?
Shadir Sanders. No, I'm kidding.
He,
Um,
I don't know why they have him here. He should be in
he
this
won't
top
be here.
five pick. He won't be here.
I would like to look at trade back options because I feel like we have a lot of stuff I want to address. Okay, we got a lot of options.
Yep.
Let's see what the Lions want. 31.
Pick
I like the
31.
sound of that.
Could we get, I think we could get 63 off their hands.
Yeah. Let's try that. See if that works.
Just this straight up?
Or try 63 in next year's fourth, maybe. So that.
Yep.
Cool. I like it.
So let's see. So they went with that pick,
Yeah, let's
Shamar
see what
Stewart, an
they
edge
grabbed.
rusher.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Um,
Pick
let's
31.
take a look at cornerback. Amos, Revel, Barron.
Baron.
Did you click on Barron?
Jade Barrett, PFF's Defensive Player of the Year, 5'11, or one of their Player of the Year because Travis Hunter won Heisman. 5'11, 200,
Yeah,
27 passer rating with 5 interceptions.
he's really good. I mean,
He
he
is,
took a huge jump from the last 2 years,
yeah.
but he's not as big as some of the other guys.
No.
Did you click on Revel and then the dude above him,
Now let's do Amos real quick.
Amos? Yeah.
6'1, 190,
6'1", 190. Okay.
2 touchdowns, 3 picks, 56 passer rating.
Okay.
More of a run and man than your zone.
Yep. Seeing that.
And then Revel, we touched on earlier, 6'3, 193.
Good size,
Good
good
size,
numbers.
kind of an all around guy.
Just because of the injury concern there, I'm going to go with Barron.
Okay,
I've
Jade
liked him
Barron.
a lot this year. Yep, he's
Yep,
been amazing. So cool.
sounds good to
54
me.
coming up.
Yep.
This is where I'm looking at probably receiver for me.
Okay.
Edge is also something I want to take a look at. We got
Uh-huh.
Isaiah Bond is here.
Uh-huh. He shouldn't be.
Wow. Um, yeah, I'll take him. I don't even need to look at that. I'm a big
I
fan of
say
his.
Bond. Get some
I got
speed in there.
lucky.
All
Yeah.
right. Pick
Already
63.
dressed cornerback and receiver.
Yep.
Take a look at edge for me.
Tyler Barron, Quandarius Robinson, Josiah Stewart. I like Stewart a lot.
You want to click on him for me? Oh
6'1",
wow,
245
numbers.
out of Michigan. Good numbers.
Yeah. 20 teams, sacks. Let's go with him. I'm a fan of Michigan defensive players.
But we still have pick
He's got some good
75.
stuff.
You could get him at 75.
Where's he projected at? Oh, he's in the 90s.
Yep.
I wasn't looking at that. Take a look at safety for me.
Bunch of safeties still here. Xavier Watts,
Okay,
Castro,
I know
Winston,
him.
Emma
Yep.
Murray.
You want to click on the top three for me?
Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame, 6'0", 203. Pretty good this year, 5 interceptions. Sebastian Castro,
Mm-hmm.
not bad, 5'11", 205. All right, at safety. He played last year at corner for Iowa
Mm-hmm.
across from Cooper DeJean. So that's why he's
Mm-hmm.
probably taking a down year. And Kevin Winston out of Penn State, this was his down year. Only played in 2 games because he got injured.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take Watts. Go with Watts here and hope that that edge is still there at our 75.
Yes, he is.
Sweet. I'll take him.
Joshua Josiah Stewart out of Michigan. And now we wait for 146. If you guys haven't already, like and subscribe to YouTube. Here on YouTube, get us a road to 500 subscribers. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin In Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast 22 because Twitter hates long usernames. Go give us a follow all on the socials.
All right, I want to look at tackle here. See if we can find a replacement for Andrew Wiley, although he has been better. 6'8", 305.
Chase
It's
Lunt out of
nice.
UConn. Let up only 1 sack this year on 1 hit and 5 hurries. Jack Nelson out of Wisconsin, 6'7", 316 at the left.
Mm-hmm.
Holland Pierce out of Rutgers, 6'8", 344 on the left.
Whoa.
Let up a sack. He's rejected at like that 227 mark. But if you want someone here, I think Lunt would be your move at 6'8",
Lunt's
305,
good.
playing the right.
Would you click on the dude from NC State? I recognize his name, but I don't know it from.
Anthony Belton, 6'6",
Was he in last year's
336.
mocks?
He might have been.
That might be what I recognize him from. Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna go with Lunt though.
Chase Lunt.
He's a good size, good numbers. I'm liking him.
All right. Pick 236 is on the way. So far, I'm liking this mock draft a lot.
I'm
Might be
liking it
better than
too.
might be better than mine, honestly.
A trade back definitely helped, I think. Got
It
that
did.
extra high
It did
pick.
for
So
sure. But your last pick,
Dante Trader, I
236.
like him. Already got safety though.
Yep.
I feel like here I could either go interior D line,
Mm-hmm.
I could go running back or tight end probably. Oh, I
Okay.
like Jabbar Muhammad.
So running back, you only got a few
Uh,
options left.
could take
And
Edwards.
at tight end, another just a few options. Or defensive interior, more options.
Howard Cross is good. Would you click on him for me?
Mm-hmm. 6'1", 288 out of Notre Dame. a,
Let's see.
a better pass D tackle than a run D tackle.
Yeah, looks like it. Um, know what? Let's take Donovan Edwards. Good running
Okay.
back for since we might not have Eckler for much longer.
Right.
B-Rob, we're gonna have to pay. There's been injury concerns for both of them. I feel like addressing
Uh-huh.
running back would be a safe option here.
Okay. So you doubled up on some schools. Jade
Yep.
Barrett at corner, Isaiah Bond at receiver, Xavier Watts at safety, Josiah Stewart in Michigan, edge rusher,
Hmm.
Chase Lunt at tackle, and Donovan Edwards at
I'm a fan. I like
that's
that.
nice. Barron, Stewart, and Lunt. I really like those picks. Those are good picks. I
Yeah,
like those. And
I'm happy with that.
you get a fourth next year. You could always trade back up into these fifth or sixths.
Hmm.
That's nice. I like that a lot. I'm thinking one more, only
Let's
one
do it.
round, but we do all
Okay.
the teams. Do you want it to be odds or do you want to be evens?
Ooh,
So,
give me
so
evens.
you
I'll let you be odds.
all right. So for those who don't know, odds 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So I'll be New York, New England, Carolina, Browns, etc. Andrew 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. Raiders, Jags, Titans, Jets, us, etc. One round only, same settings. But let's get started. Round one, pick one. The Giants are obviously going quarterback, but I'm going to go
Hmm.
with the Heisman runner up behind Ashton Genty and Travis Hunter. I'm going Cam Ward.
It's a good pick. I think number two is also going to be quarterback. Aiden O'Connell is not the fix for them.
Nope.
So I feel like the number two quarterback here, it's either Milrow or Sanders, but I'm taking Sanders.
Yep, for sure. New England Patriots, they need a little bit of everything. Guard, tackle, receiver, corner. I'm going to get them the best of both worlds. And the Heisman winner, Travis Hunter.
I like it. I like it. Jaguars. Let's see.
They also need a lot.
They do. They're losing a lot of players this year, right?
Yeah.
Um, I feel like they're not bad on receiver. I think they're okay there. How many more years does Lawrence have with them?
Like 5. He had a big payday.
Oh, that's right. So I think they're sticking behind him probably.
Yep.
Let's give him let's give him Mason Graham.
Okay.
Great talent there.
Big defensive interior. Carolina Panthers, again, they also need everything but quarterbacks. Apparently, Bryce Young knows how to play football again. Give him another Brian Burns. Give him another edge rusher. Give him Abdul Kata.
All right. I like it. Titans, I think they can go quarterback, but I feel
Okay.
like they probably need receiver more. I
Hmm.
could see them targeting a Carson Beck or a Quinn Ewers later. So here, I don't see McMillan falling much further. I think they got to take him here.
Okay. Cleveland Browns. Now, here's the thing, right? Massage Watson, Deshaun, horrible person, even worse quarterback. I don't know if this is the draft to get your quarterback of the future. I really
Really?
don't.
You don't like Milrow?
Miller was fine, but he needs more time to develop. And in Cleveland,
Okay.
you're not going to get that time. Um,
Nope.
they don't need a really running back, even though Nick Chubb just broke his foot, and it
Hmm.
sucks for him because he just came off injury. But I'm going to solidify Denzel Ward and Martin Emerson in the crew, and I'm going to give him Will Johnson.
Okay. Okay. I like it.
Jets.
Jets, they need quarterback, I think. Aaron Rodgers is not their long-term guy. I think they could start Aaron Rodgers for another year, and have someone like Milrow behind him.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like after this next year, they're going to need someone young. So let me take Milrow, have him sit behind Rodgers for a year, develop. I'm a fan of his.
Okay. Was not expecting that. Chicago Bears, I think the fall ends here. I'm taking the first offensive lineman on the board. Give me Will
Hmm.
Campbell. He says tackle. They project him as a guard. I think he can play both ways. Give me him.
Yep. Yep. That's good. Let's see. Saints. I'm a big fan of Kevin Banks, but how badly do they need a tackle?
Uh, Probably bad because Ryan Ramczyk is out and Trevin Penning is okay.
Okay, I'll take Kevin Banks here. I think
Okay.
he's one of the more underrated players in this draft. So even
Hmm.
though he is very highly rated.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins. I've seen all of these. Send someone to replace Javon Holland because he's a free agent in this coming off season. And even if they re-sign him, they still need help. So I'm giving them Malachi Starks.
Mhm. Colts. I know very little about the Colts. Tight end, linebacker, safety. Um, we got Walker. He's good. Morrison's good. He's underrated. I think
Hmm.
he could go soon, but
Injured
they
too,
don't really
though.
need cornerback that well, do they?
I
Is
think
he?
probably. Yeah, yeah. Benjamin Morrison um, got injured like 4 games ago.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Hmm. But still one of the best
Go back to
corners.
the top for me. Let's give let's give him Walker.
Jalen
He's great.
Walker. Alrighty.
Yep.
Cincinnati Bengals. This has to be defense, whether it's the interior or the edge. Um,
Hmm.
I am a big fan of Walter Nolan out of Mississippi. 6'3", 305, can get to the run, can get to the pass, and is and they need help everywhere. Give me Walter Nolan for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Guys, this really pains me to do this. I do not want to give the Cowboys this player. He's going to terrorize us for years, I feel like. But they need a running back,
Yep.
and they're going to take Ashton Genty. I don't, if he's here, I don't see him going with anybody else.
Nope,
No debate.
not at all. Since San Francisco 49ers, they need a little bit of everything. I'm going to give them some corner help with Charvarius Ward as a free agent and everything. I'm going to give them Benjamin Morrison.
That's good. That's good. Falcons. Ooh, Luther's kind of falling.
He is, but they have like
I don't
no
think,
defensive line.
do they? Okay.
They
They
have like no
got
pass rush.
you got Nick Scorton, who I feel like is a little bit overrated, if
Okay.
I'm giving my honest opinion. I still think he's great, of course.
Mm,
Oh, but I don't know if any of those other guys are much better. Pierce is underrated, but he's not going to go up here. Um, yeah, I guess we can take Nick Scorton.
okay. The fall ends here. Arizona Cardinals. Again, they need tackle, they need defensive interior. I'm going to give them Ariante Ursary tackle out of Minnesota.
Nice, nice. Seahawks. I think Seahawks need O-line. They need a tackle. That's their biggest need, probably.
Yep.
Josh Simmons, we got
Dwight
Millam,
Millam.
Cameron Williams. I think Simmons is sort of the
Okay.
consensus top pick here, so I'm going to give him Josh Simmons.
Alrighty. Los Angeles Chargers. They need a number one tight end.
Yeah.
And there's two of them. Colson Loveland, who can't really block, or Tyler Warren, who could do it all. Give me Tyler Warren as a Charger.
Bucks, they don't really need receiver that much. I feel bad
Well,
almost having Luther Burden fall this far.
yeah, but I think Chris Godwin's
Um,
a free agent.
is he?
I think so.
So they got to replace him. Yeah, give me Luther Burden.
Alrighty. Fall ends here. LA Rams. They need little bits and pieces of everything. I'm gonna give him Wyatt Millum to be their tackle of the future.
I like it. He's great. Now we got our Washington Commanders. I feel like right now it's either going to be cornerback or receiver.
Okay.
Let's take a look at both of those and see who's here. Uh,
And remember, their big board is weird. So like Isaiah Bond should be up here.
Yeah, but I don't know why he's down there. Um, click on Egbuka for me.
Emeka Egbuka, 6'1", 205, just a consistent chain mover.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see who else we got. Click on Amos again for me.
Yep. 6'1", 190.
Yeah. I don't know actually if we are gonna go cornerback after we just got Lattimore. I think we
Okay.
will address it in the draft. I don't think it has to be our first pick.
Okay.
Give me Egbuka, honestly.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of his. Pair him up with Terry, two Ohio State receivers.
Uh-huh. For Jayden.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Receivers becoming more and more popular for our pick, which makes sense.
hmm
Denver Broncos, they need a little bit of help on the offense. I'm going to give them a consistent pass catcher in Colson Loveland, their tight end of the future for Sean Payton.
Ravens. I feel like they could use some defensive help.
Okay.
Their offensive line also could be better.
Yep.
Make Derrick Henry even a bigger threat. Cameron Williams, that's tempting. Um, Kenneth Grant's good. Who do we have at cornerback again?
Amos, Revel, Barron.
24. Actually, they don't really need cornerback, right?
Their secondary is garbage.
Oh no, I'm mixing them up with the Eagles. I thought they took Cooper DeJean and the other guy last year for a
No,
second.
that was the Eagles.
I'm mixing them up. I'm mixing them up. Yeah, give him Revel.
Okay.
I like him.
A purple and gold, so purple and gold. Houston Texans, I go running back. I give them Omarion Hampton, UNC, 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns. Pair him up with Joe Mixon. Oh my Lord. But
It's a good
running backs
combo.
don't go in the first round. Deal with it. Omarion Hampton.
Steelers. How much longer do you think TJ Watt's going to be there?
Um, as long as he wants, honestly.
Yeah,
This says they need receiver help and tackle help.
that's true. They don't have like one great receiver. I mean, Pickens is good.
Pickens is good, but he is like hot and cold depending on who when he's throwing in the football.
Who do we got here at receiver?
Eric Illuminor, you have Savion Williams, Ja'Jane Higgins, Xavier Restrepo, Isaiah Bond,
Like it's a little high for all of them. Give me Bond. I
Isaiah
feel like
Bond,
Bond can go here. Yep.
Green Bay Packers. Probably defensive interior. I'm gonna let the fall stop here. I'm gonna go with Kenneth Grant. Doesn't make sense to me. Vikings.
I feel like they need a running back, right?
Probably.
I mean, first round, yeah, but they got some talent here. I like, hmm, I like Judkins a lot. I don't know much about
Uh-huh.
Johnson. Would you click on Johnson for me?
Caleb Johnson, 6 foot 225, 1,521 touchdowns this season.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Two drops all season. Like averaging 6.4 yards an attempt.
And then click on the next two for me.
Quinshot
Judkins and
Junkins, 6 foot 229 or 219, 805 and 8. And his running partner Travion Henderson, 5'10", 208, 745 and 6.
I'm gonna take Johnson. I like Judkins too. I feel like they could go with either one of them, but
Yep.
Johnson's got some great numbers there.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills. I could go linebacker here. Could go defensive interior. I'm gonna go edge rusher for them to pair up with Greg Rousseau. I'm gonna give him James Pierce Jr.
Yeah, he's great. Eagles, they're pretty much all around well addressed. They say edge and linebacker. I think that's true.
Yeah.
Um, Kel Williams is great.
Jamar Stewart's
Hmm,
still on the board.
we're at 30.
Landon Jackson, Prince Malayan,
I honestly don't think Williams can fall that much further.
Michael Williams.
Mikhail Williams, yeah.
Okay, so you're going with them?
Yeah, let's take him.
Alrighty. Lions, they can't keep getting injured. They just lost David Montgomery
Mhm.
and Alec McNeil. So this has to be defense. I'm going to give him an edge rusher across from um, Aiden Henderson. I'm going to give him Princely Umalayan
Okay.
out of Ole Miss. 11 sacks this season, 6'4", 255. Give me him.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Jacob's good. I mean, he could use another partner, I guess. Kelsey won't be there for that much longer. He might have another year or two in his tank. Tackle, Cameron Williams is still here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cameron Williams here.
Alrighty.
He's he's one of the best tackles in this class, in my opinion. So
Alrighty, let's download this draft. So, Cam Ward, Shador, Travis, Graham, Carter, McMillan, Johnson, Milrow, Will Campbell, Kevin Banks, Starks, Walker, Nolan, Genty, Morrison, McScorton, Ariante, Ursery, Simmons, Warren, Luther, Milla, McBuka, Loveland, Revel, Hampton, Bond, Grant, Caleb Johnson, James Pierce Jr., Mikael Williams, Princely, Umalayan, and Cameron Williams.
I think that's pretty good.
That's a nice tall glass of water on our mock draft.
Yeah.
And these are always a lot of fun too.
Yep.
Always a lot of fun. But our first official mock draft of the season for BIB. How about it?
It's exciting. It's officially
It's
that
great
time of
news.
year, and lots more
And
to come.
always a good time, always a good time. But let's get out of here. Let's enjoy Victory Monday or Misery Monday or Mid Monday. I might want to dub this one Mid Monday just because
Mid
of the bad
Monday. I
loss.
like that.
Mid Monday, but also Victory Monday. A mid Victory Monday. You know, MV, a mid Victory Monday. Calling it now. Um, but let's head out of here. Let's enjoy the time. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on BIB. Road to 500 subscribers keeps going. I want it for Christmas. I want it for my wish list. I want Santa to deliver, but we'll see if we get there. If so, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about BIB. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin In Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast. Only two because Twitter hates long usernames. Any closing remarks, Andrew?
All good.
Alrighty, guys. Let's enjoy this mid Victory Monday. Don't forget, guys, to raise hail and stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.